Greetings internet, it's Katie, and today I'm taking things a little bit old school and filming a sit-down favorites video for you guys because I realize that my edited videos are cool, but it's also nice to hear myself talk and stuff, so that's what I'm doing today. Hope you guys enjoy it. Please give this video a nice little thumbs up if you do enjoy this sort of video, and I'll do more in the future, so alright, without further ado, let's get into the things that I have been liking this past 30 days. Slash probably 60 days since I skipped my last favorites video. Hopefully no one noticed that, but I did skip one. So I'm gonna kick things off with skincare, and I know recently I released a skincare routine video because it's been very highly requested. There was a lot of hate on that video just because it seemed very heavily sponsored, which I know is definitely an issue here on YouTube, like, you know, the sponsorships that you don't really detect and you're always wondering, is this video sponsored? Which I completely understand. I'm one of those people too who kind of wonders about sponsorships, but yes, that video is sponsored by First Aid Beauty, but let me, like, you know, give you a little inside scoop on that. I was sponsored by First Aid Beauty because I had talked about them in the past and they saw that I had raved about them. It kind of just happened that they were like, hey, we'll send this girl free stuff. And that, my friends, is why the first item of my favorites video are the Blemish Patrol pads from First Aid Beauty's Skin Rescue line. I keep them right next to my computer, and whenever I feel like a little blemishy area coming on, I just take one of the pads, you know, wipe my face down, and I feel immediately better. Before the pimples even like break through the surface, which sounds totally disgusting, these pads completely eliminate them, which is just amazing. It's a lifesaver and I genuinely just love them. You guys would like just a little look, see what they look like. They look like this, just your standard little white pad. I've talked about them in full detail in my skincare routine video, so definitely check that out. They have a very natural smell, very great for sensitive skin, yada yada yada. I adore them. So you can get them at Sephora. And that's all I have to say about this. Moving on to the cosmetics end of things, I have a lipstick, which I'm actually wearing in this video, and I wore it in my video with Alex, and I just absolutely adore it. I got this when I was in LA in this huge bag you guys have probably seen on all of the other YouTube girls' Instagrams. We got this huge, literally 10-pound bag, not even exaggerating, 10 pounds of makeup from NYX, and I was completely blown away because I just felt kind of like it was unnecessary, like so much makeup, like there's no way I can use all of this. I ended up taking a little bit of it because if I put it all in my bag would have been over 50 pounds. I left a lot of it with Emily and Lindsay because I stayed at their house, so why not give them, you know, some complimentary makeup, right? So anyway, one of the things I did keep was this butter lipstick. It's kind of hard for me to find things that suit my skin, especially now that I'm in the prom dress shopping season. It's very difficult because I'm just so fair. It's definitely a blessing in some ways, like I really do love my fair skin, but there's always the drawbacks, like wearing dark colors or other things, and this dark lipstick surprisingly does a really great job on making my skin look good, so really do love this. It's in the shade Licorice. The consistency is amazing too. It's one of their butters, so it really just has a buttery finish to it. I love the application, and all the other colors that this comes in are excellent as well. Moving on to the last makeup product that I want to show you guys is my Naked Basics palette, which is kind of just an old friend of mine, I suppose. I've had it for quite a while, maybe talked about it in a favorites video. I think my October one. Don't quote me on that. I really love this product because it's great for eyebrows. And as you guys know, I'm an eyebrow connoisseur. When I look at someone or I talk to someone or anything like that, like encounter another human being, the first place I look is right above the eyes. Eyebrows are just my fetish, I guess. I really just love it when someone has thick, lush eyebrows. It's just really something I look for. I don't know why, it's super weird, whatever, judge as you may. So when I started to use this palette for my eyebrows, this color right up here, which is Crave, I just fell in love. Honestly, the reason why I started using this was because my other product from Anastasia, whatever, ran out. I was lazy and cheap and I didn't want to repurchase it, so I just started using powder instead. Actually an eyeshadow, which is kind of like the lazy girl powder. It's the perfect shade for my eyebrows. It just defines them in a way that makes them look better, not necessarily the fake, like drawn in eyebrow look, which I really just don't like. I like it when my eyebrows look real, and so this is a great job. So moving on to clothing sort of things, I've really been loving this scarf, which is from Urban Outfitters. Woo, it's getting stuck on me. It's like an alpaca sort of thing. I really love it for the colder days because it does get very, very cold here. I think it was 9 degrees as a high yesterday. It's ridiculously cold here, so I really like things like this that keep me warm, and it's kind of obnoxiously huge, but honestly, I don't really care. I got it from Urban for about like $30. It might still be online, not sure. Anyway, love my alpaca fur. It's almost like an animal around my neck, and I honestly could not be happier. Last but not least for tangible things is my phone case, which is from Anthropologie. I ended up getting this for my trip to LA because I'm really bad with phone cases. I either break them or lose them or something of that nature. So I got this for about $14 on sale. I know this part's a little bit funky. It's very unique and I like it when I'm holding it that this thing just flops around. When I have it in a big bag, I can just pull out like the end of it and it's just really great. I love it. I'm not sure if you can still get this online, but I do really recommend Anthropologie's phone cases just because they're all very unique. It has this like ornate pattern on it. Very cute. So, woo! I literally almost injure myself in every video and one day it's just gonna come true and we're all gonna laugh together. So last but not least, non-tangible favorites. I'm gonna go through this quick because my camera's dying, go figure. First thing I would say, music-wise, I've really been loving Beyonce, Bob Dylan, Buckets of Rain, my favorite song. Who else? Passion Pit, which is kind of weird. I usually listen to that sort of music in the summertime, but I've been listening to Passion Pit, iTunes Radio, and then the top country charts iTunes Radio because I secretly just have this loving passion for country music that I will never be able to understand. It's been a while since I've talked about books in a video, but I've really been loving the Mortal Instruments series, which they did have a movie out with what's-her-face, Lily Collins, who I really love. She's my eyebrow inspiration. I just meshed 2 words there. Totally did. Wow, I'm so cool. I loved that movie and I originally had read the first book I think like 2 years ago because it's like an older series. My friend recommended it to me and I read it and it was kind of creepy at first because it's just very sci-fi, very different. But then I saw the movie, loved it, fell back in love with the series, read the second book, and now I'm on to the third book. I typically read books either tangibly, like holding the book in my hands, which I do love, but there's also the more practical option, which is like the Kindle, the Nook, or listening to it, which I've been doing, which is kind of strange. I've never really thought of listening to books. I felt like that was kind of like a older person thing, like they listen to like Mark Twain, like when they're driving down the countryside or something, but I've really been loving listening to my books. I've been using this thing called Audible, which I actually heard about from Megan Rosette. Funny, I love Megan. So they have an app, they have a website, all that jazz. I'll have all the links in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. But listening to books has kind of just changed the way I've read, I suppose. It's just very different. Overall, Mortal Instruments series, very good. Obviously Divergent. I read Divergent a couple weeks ago. I'm taking things slow with that series because I know there's only 3 books. So I don't want to like go too fast and be like, what, that's it? I do that with a lot of series, like Twilight back in the day. Really love those books. I'm trying to think if I've read anything else. The Bible, does that count? Other than that, I guess TV shows I've been loving. Is that a thing? Really been loving the Carrie Diaries, of course. Totally me, love Carrie Bradshaw. I guess also Gossip Girl, I finally finished it. I've been saving the last episode for so many months now, but I finally finished it and it was exactly how I imagined it, totally perfect. Totally amazing. I'm still looking for my Chuck. Anyway, so that is my video. I know it was kind of weird because I haven't done one in a while. Hey, if you've made it this far in the video, please comment something below, something nice and cheerful, so I know that I wasn't too boring, I didn't put you to sleep, you're not slobbering on your keyboard sort of thing. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys all in the next one. Bye! Woo!